Hey guys, what's up? Another video here. Today we got Carl, somebody explained in the comments how to say his name, but I forgot how to. With the Ricky show. I'm stupid with pronunciation and I don't know how to pronounce that either. The Ricky show, the Ricky last name show. Episode 1. I don't really know what to expect, but let me know if you guys are actually gonna enjoy this, if you guys like the long frame reactions, if you guys want me to react to something else. Let me know. Either way, if I hit 100k before the end of the year, I will go skydiving. Guaranteed. Let's go. HBO presents a video that will likely get blocked.
For the past few years, Ricky Gervais, Stephen Merchant,
Gervais. Yo, Ricky, I'm sorry for fucking up your name.
Carl Pilkington.
Pilkington. Okay. I was saying Pinkington because for some reason I thought the lowercase L was an I and I was stupid. Okay. We getting the names right.
Have been meeting regularly. For
Sorry, I'll try not to pause it so much.
Conversations. This is one of them.
Testing. Is that alright?
So this is like a podcast?
Hello and welcome to the Ricky Gervais Show with me, Ricky Gervais, Stephen Merchant. Hello. And the little round-headed buffoon that is Carl Pilkington.
Alright. Why? What a show.
Now, you probably know me from such works as The Office and Extras.
I didn't know that he was on The Office.
Stephen being my co-writer and co-director on those things. For those people who are not so aware of Carl Pilkington, he was our producer, sort of given to us when we first started on XFM. And you're thinking, well, why are we doing a podcast? It's because I like to be in a room with Carl Pilkington. You know, like some people go and help sort of chimps.
Do they?
Yeah.
Well, they go to the jungles and things.
And help out little sort of endangered
Diane
species.
Fossey or whatever.
Exactly.
You're very much the Diane Fossey of the Manchester scene.
So they're saying this guy.
Mank world. And Carl Pilkington is an ongoing experiment for me because I've seen him blossom from an idiot into an imbecile. I want to see it through. Look at the way he's looking at us. Look at that. He's got a perfectly round head. And that's why I'm doing this podcast.
That's great.
Carl, what do you think about this?
God.
It's just, I mean, we are.
They said, I've seen this guy blossom from an idiot to an imbecile. Round of applause on that. That is
living in that
is
sort of
great
era,
A
aren't we? Like,
content.
you need to be able to listen to stuff on demand when you want it and stuff.
I know you're not a fan of the iPod in general, are you? Or any of the MP3 things? You're concerned.
I'm warming to it, but
This is what's amazing about Carl. Even though he's talking about things like MP3 players, computers, iPods, he sounds like he was found in a glacier and thawed out. You know what I mean? And sort of taught to speak.
We're a couple of high school guys who found him, and we're trying to ingratiate him in the gang, trying to pass him off as someone from the modern day.
but my thing with iPods is
I like how he doesn't even
do we
respond
need 'em?
to.
Do you know what
He's
I mean?
just like,
We're
I
in
know
that
these
era
guys
now.
basically just, called me a Neanderthal, but like, it's cool. I'm not even gonna talk about that part. Let's just stick up. I like that. He's
we have
just like,
invented
whatever.
most of the stuff that we need, and now we're just messing about.
They said that in 1900.
I was
Someone
about to
actually
say
said
that too.
Everything that's to be invented has already been invented. They
What?
said that in 1900. And how wrong were they?
No, but what came out? At what point? What was invented in that year where they went, right, that's it now?
The 20th century. Think what happened in the 20th century.
Everything went to shit.
Well, planes.
Yeah.
Yeah, but is that a good thing? Planes and that. Do you need a plane really? Wouldn't it have been better if we all stuck where we should be instead of travelling about? War's happening, isn't it? Because everyone's saying, well, now we can fly, we'll go over there. And
So there were no
that.
wars prior to the invention of the aeroplane.
Not like there is today.
Right.
But what I'm saying is,
he kind of has a
the
point, low
world's
key
got
though.
smaller on it. Everyone's saying that, right?
Yeah.
The way I was saying to you the other day,
Like,
we now go
think
to
about
places
it.
where
If we didn't have like fighter jets and shit, wars would be a lot less crazy. He's got a point there. Like, I'm looking at this for mainly entertainment, so I'm taking everything he says with a grain of salt. But like, if I hear something that's low key kind of facts, I'm gonna say something.
we shouldn't go. People go on holiday to places where you've got to have an injection before you go there.
Yeah.
Forget it then. That's a warning.
Well, I'm with you on that.
That's
I
facts.
don't want to enter a country where I have to have an injection to stop me from dying while I'm...
when was this made? And can we just point out, this was uploaded August 14th, 2015. And they're talking about, yeah, we don't want you to have to get an injection. Well, that aged well. These guys predicted COVID. They're like, nope, we gotta go somewhere and get an injection. So we don't. Nope, that aged well.
I'm in that country.
Right,
I totally agree with you on that.
So what happened is, so they invented the plane, and it's like, oh, let's go on holiday, and then they go, oh, I die now. Oh, well, you've got to invent something. Let's invent an injection, and then it's like, right, well, what else do we need to go to that place? There's a lot of faffing. So what I'm saying is,
Is that a place? A lot of faffing.
What I'm saying is, Steve's travelled more than I have. You've been to, like, dangerous places.
I've been to places where you need injections, yeah.
Yeah, but why?
Because it's fascinating, isn't it? Do you not believe in that idea of travel broadens the mind? It makes you experience other ways of life, other ways of thinking. It just enriches you as a human being. That's the whole reason people go travelling.
But since the invention of the telly, you don't have to go that far to see
You're
it.
absolutely right.
So there you go,
He's
then.
got a...
The telly was the 20th century, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's pretty good.
So where would
Some good stuff.
you stop then? You'd stop making stuff now? Stop inventing stuff right now?
If we're going to invent something, right, forget, like, the traditional way of people having kids, right? The way they, have it away in that. You have a little
What do
kid.
you mean? What do you mean?
The way that,
What?
we have kids and stuff.
Uh-huh.
If it'd be good if what happened was to control it is if man and woman, right, they're born and that, they enjoy their life, they learn a lot, they live to be about 78, I think, by that point.
78.
No. Well, by 78, I reckon you've sort of got to that point where you go, do you know what? I've done everything I'm going to do. If you haven't bungee jumped by the time you're 78, you're not going to do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So it's kind of like
that's
Your
fair.
hips come off.
you've done it all now,
Yeah.
and then you die, right? So say if everyone had that, they live to be 78. But then just as you die, you have a little baby inside you, and as you die, your life carries on.
Sorry,
So
How is this happening?
He's kind of talking about, like, what the theory of, like, reincarnation is, though, isn't he? Like, basically, like, you live a life, but your spirit goes into another body and has... Right? Like, he's basically saying that reincarnation. Pretty much. Just a more literal sense of it.
Sorry, are you mental?
No, but don't you think...
I mean, what? I've never heard such drivel.
You're saying that, but if
Who the...
Newton
Yeah,
said
for
it,
real,
you'd
though.
go,
Who the fuck thinks that?
interesting. That's what annoys me.
The point is, Carl, he never would. He'd never say it. That's the point.
But if you never say it,
I don't understand what you're talking about there. What? How was it? How is there a little baby in a 78-year-old?
No, what I'm saying is it's like an
Yeah.
apple where the apple grows and it's got its little baby pips in it, and the apple goes and the seeds are planted and a new one's born.
But that's what happens.
But that is what reproduction is.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm saying babies aren't being born left, right, and centre. It's controlled.
Like, only...
So that
a kid only shows
As
up
someone dies,
after they die.
someone's born.
So everybody's an orphan.
But Carl, stop. Whose responsibility is
Look,
this?
if you don't want to do
But
it, we
who's
won't do it. But I'm
is it
just
supposed to be nature? Has nature got to develop humans so that we act that way? We live that way? Or is this a scientific experiment?
He said to you then, he said, look, if you don't want to do it, we don't need to do it. Like, if you're up for it, we'll sort it out. We can do that.
We'll have a wit round so we can do the
It's-
research.
I just think at the end of the day we've got to do something. And is anyone keeping an eye on this and looking at what we can do next to control the population thing? It does my head in that I've got to live in London for work and what have you. And there's loads of people here. And, forget going out on a Saturday night, it's too busy. And you can't move and they keep... I mean, what annoys me about London
So
is...
your solution is that 78-year-old women have little babies inside them, and as they slip away into death, the little babies... And how is that baby then raised
looks
into
after the baby?
after the baby?
Exactly.
Because it's a pretty good system having a baby while you're young enough to look after that baby and make sure it lives to, reproductive age itself.
I mean, that system's been working for years.
Nature
Yeah.
sort of sorted it out. Natural selection and evolution sort of makes that a good model.
But wait a minute, nature. Pop that on hold, because Carl Pilkington's got an idea.
Yeah.
That's what it was, just an idea.
Yeah, well, it was nonsense.
I mean, it was the ramblings of someone you'd find by themselves in a hospital eating flies.
This is the sort of thing you find when, if they find maybe a pamphlet or a booklet written by a psychopath. You know, someone, just before they went on a rampage and then turned the gun on themselves, they go through their possessions and they find a book and it's got weird drawings, women with knives in their face, and this kind of garbage.
In fact, I saw a similar sort of theory written out on a wall, but it was written in shit.
Exactly. Yeah.
No, all I'm saying
So
is...
basically, they're saying that our friend Carl here, he's like, you know, I'm gonna go to the psych ward, get all my ideas. I'm gonna go on the Ricky show here and go crazy.
I think it's, you know, when people die normally, everyone's fed up about it, aren't they, and a bit down. But if when you pass away, you go, oh, we're gonna miss Gladys or whatever.
I like how he's just like, everybody's just fed up with it. You know, they're just a little bit down. You know, and when your friends die, you know, you're just a little annoyed. You know, like no shit.
But then there's this new life brought in. It's almost like a bad news, good
but
news.
you're talking about it like someone could pick this idea up and run with it. Like you've given them enough information to do it. How is this possible? Where does she get the baby from? Why does it grow? Why grow it in Gladys's belly? Why not have it in a drawer? Ready to go? Just add water. I mean,
just add water.
Son of Gladys.
There is no theory here. There's no. It's the ramblings of a madman.
How do you time the baby
change
to come out? Like, is there like, you know, is it just like the second you die, the baby's already, like, when does the baby start forming? I feel like I'm putting too much thought into this now. You know what? Let's get back on with the video.
From caveman to now or whatever.
In some cases.
And they're always finding out more and more. Like I read the other day about how they're saying, do you know, like they say people have six senses?
Yeah.
There's loads more than that.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's true.
Right, and there's this one.
I say, show me that you've got one.
No, right, and there's this one that's knocking about.
Go on.
That what it is. Say if I'm in a pub, right, and I'm just doing a crossword or whatever.
Unlikely, but go on.
And there's some woman who's walked in, right, and she's staring at me.
Yeah.
I know she's looking at me, and I look up and I look round. She's looking at me.
Yeah.
Right.
And they're saying that's a new sense that they found out from, like, you
that
know.
Is what I think's really good about this though is like, some of the stuff he's saying, like, there's facts behind the comedy, you know, like some of the stuff they're saying, there is some like, if you walk into a room and everybody's staring you down, you know about that. But does that count as a sense? Because that's kind of what I was thinking earlier when I was like, yeah, there probably is more than six senses in that light. But now that I really think, does that really count as a sense? I guess. I don't know.
Doing tests and what have you.
Let me know if I'm pausing too
And they're
much.
saying that's been around since like man and dinosaur was knocking about.
They were never together.
No,
I think it's safe to assume that, you know, that with your perfectly round head, people are always stopping and
No,
looking.
but they explained
You just know that there's probably going to be someone there if you look right.
They said it's from the time when, like, caveman was, like, wandering about, and he'd go, hang on a minute, and he'd look round, there's a dinosaur there or whatever, and he'd leg it.
This is nonsense. One,
not...
I hate it when people use the term when caveman.
Okay, you know what I want to know? Alright, I'm probably going to ruin the show. Why the fuck does he look like a grown-ass Caillou? Man looks like Caillou aged up, like, 30 years. Deadass. His name's no longer Carl, it's Caillou.
Man was
we will address him as Caillou
Caveman
for
and
now
dinosaurs.
on.
Oh, they used to live together, yeah. Oh, that's the same era. Yeah.
Exactly.
What have you been watching? Raquel Welch. Well, what do you mean caveman wandering, knocking around with a dinosaur?
You know the Flintstones is only partly based on fact. Dinosaurs and man did not coexist.
Yeah, for real.
Dinosaurs had long gone before man arrived. Extinct. Kaput. You don't believe us?
He's
What, you don't believe
amazed.
because you've seen...
Because you saw that film where they took pictures of lizards and magnified them and put them next to men in films so they looked like they were fighting.
He saw the Jurassic Park and thought it was real.
What have happened?
What is the film with Raquel Welch? A million years
10
BC.
million years BC or
A
something.
million years BC. Brilliant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but
She had a sort of woolly mammoth bikini. Fact.
why wasn't the dinosaurs back then just like how we have dogs now, in a way?
He's watching the
He's watching
Flintstones.
the Flintstones.
Yeah,
That's what when he puts like the saber-toothed tiger.
yeah.
And then Dido
And he
when
mixes
in.
his concrete in a pelican.
Yeah.
I just think that there must have been a crossover point.
Nah.
Why? Why did you say that? Why do you think there must have been
There
a
must
crossover?
have been.
All jokes aside, though, a pet T-Rex or like a pet Velociraptor would be pretty fucking like if you could have. You know what? If you mentioned this point in the video, if you could have any pet dinosaur, like come 100%, like it will not turn on you, it will listen to you, like a pet dinosaur that is completely trustworthy, right? You can bring it out in public. Well, what would you have? Me personally, low key, I'm thinking like, what's that big bird, like the pelican or whatever? What's it called? Whatever that big ass bird is, that's what I'd want.
Because if nothing was knocking about at any
So I could like
point,
ride
how
on
did
the bird
anything
like a
carry on?
fucking
I know.
flying, my
I know,
own
exactly.
personal plane.
Why didn't
Play
Hitler
like Ark
meet
in this
Nero?
bitch.
It's weird, isn't it? There must have been a crossover. They must have met somewhere.
Yeah, of course,
They must
right?
have met at a party somewhere.
They mixed in similar circles.
They must have bumped into. I can't believe it.
Forget it.
Do they?
Oh.
Nah, reload that. Why the fuck do they? I'm sorry. If I'm pausing it too much, let me know. But why the fuck do they have
Why wasn't the dinosaurs back then just like how we have
Hitler?
dogs now, in a way?
He's watching the
He's watching
Flintstones.
the Flintstones.
He's thinking of the
I went
Flintstones. That's
a
what
little
he's.
too
I
far
know.
back.
I know. Exactly. Why didn't Hitler meet Nero?
Yeah.
It's weird, isn't it? There must have been a crossover. They must have met somewhere. They must have met at a party
Obviously.
somewhere.
They mixed in similar circles.
Yeah. They must have bumped into. I can't believe it.
Yeah, forget it.
Oh.
What a genius.
Well, now time for one of our regular features, monkey news.
Do the jingle.
Oh, chimpanzee, that monkey news.
What? Hey.
What we're doing
That's
here is,
fire.
right,
Hey.
is just giving you a bit of monkey news that's gone on, right?
Okay.
Where a monkey's been involved in it.
What's
Good
a
little
monkey
story
done?
in that.
Yeah.
Are you familiar with the one that went into space? The first sort of thing they ever
Yeah.
sent up there.
They like
Before man
trained
did
the
it and
monkey
all
to
that. You
fly in
see,
the
this
ship
is
and
what
shit.
annoys me with it, really. Armstrong gets all the glory, but do you know who went up there before?
Yeah, for
Before
real.
him?
A
They
monkey.
put a fucking chimp
And
up
what
there.
happened is they taught it
Yeah.
what buttons to hit at the time it needed to hit them, and the way they did this was like give it bananas. It was like hit the red button, and it hit the red button, they'd give it a banana.
Right.
And they go, right, reverse is the green one, hit the green one. And then they do that and go, there's a banana. And then they go, right, hit reverse, and it go and get a banana. Hit the red, so it was taking commands on like headphones.
Right, but how are they
Is
giving
that
it the
how you
banana?
learn to do radio?
How are they giving it the banana?
Is that
only-
actually true?
No, this is
Because I know he's actually talking about a real thing. If you didn't know, like the first thing to go up into space was a monkey. But is that actually how they trained the monkey? Now I'm curious.
before it went. You wouldn't just go and put a monkey in it and go, there you go, get on with it. They'd sort of put him in one of them capsules that you get,
Yeah.
and they were on
I
headphones.
don't believe this happened.
Well, I'm telling you the story now. So the monkey
I don't
sat.
think they trained it to do anything. I think they sent it up there and he put electrodes coming out of it to see
No,
what.
It wasn't
it's-
any of that. They did a thing like they do, like they can with animals. If you give something, like a treat, you can teach it how to do it. It's just like a dog, isn't it?
It's called Pavlovian conditioning.
Yeah.
However, that was to see if it would salivate or go over to
No,
a particular corner,
yeah.
not if it could control a spacecraft.
Next one up. It's the next one up. As far as the monkey's not sat there going, oh, I'm a bit under pressure here, it's a rocket. All that's knowing is, I'm getting a banana if I hit that button. That's all the monkey's thinking about.
They wouldn't.
That is true though.
Space
But
dog
how
is-
can they be sure that it's going to press the button at the right moment?
Because he's got headphones on.
He's got headphones on.
He's not like willy-nilly. It's not just like pop it in there. and
Willy-nilly,
see-
who's
see-
that?
What's to stop it from just hitting it any old time? Because it's a monkey.
Yeah,
it's not a
exactly.
human.
Because he's trained now.
Oh, he's
Anyway.
trained. He's fully trained. Yeah, go
So
on.
what happened is, anyway,
Oh, this is absolute rubbish.
they pop the monkey in there.
Yeah.
He's got his headphones on. They go in, right, hit the green one. And I think there's something there that a little banana comes out to keep the same.
No, you're making this up.
I'm not. It's the same.
There's no way that they made a
so
spacecraft
they can-
that had a banana dispenser.
No, I need to
No
find out
way
if this
in
bit's true.
world
Hold
they
up.
made a spacecraft that could go into outer space. Right?
How did they
So what-
train the
manned
first
by a
monkey to
with
space?
a banana dispenser.
So you're saying that it's
Here
easy
are
to...
some results.
Blah 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 blah. Blah blah blah. How did Ham, the first chimp in space, operate the spacecraft? Nah, we gotta find this out.
Here are some results from the web.
Honestly, there's just a bunch of paragraphs I can't be asked to read, so y'all tell
Send something
me.
up to space, but you don't believe there's a little banana machine.
Right, okay,
So
His
it comes to
logic
launch
makes
day,
sense, though. He might be on
monkeys-
point.
Monkeys sat in there. Everyone's ready. Bananas are stocked up and all the rest of it. They go, right, hit the green button. Right, and the rocket goes off and what have you.
No, they would not make the monkey launch the rocket. Carl, you are living in a cartoon world.
So the rocket goes off, right?
This is absolute bollocks.
It's all going well.
I mean, I don't know
It's
what you're
all-
going to... It's not going well.
it's going
There's
well.
no way a monkey launched
It's
a
going-
rocket. There is no way a monkey launched a rocket,
So
you
it's all
idiot.
going on. So they go and hit the left button, and it goes a little bit left.
Left button.
Left
well
button.
Done, spacecraft command. This is Houston. Hit the left button. Oh, brilliant. This is what happened in Apollo 13. Hit the left button.
So it
You
goes
are-
left. Yeah, it goes left.
So it goes left, and it's
Every
going well.
every time there's ever been, a spaceship crashed, they just hit the wrong button, obviously. Like, duh.
I know. Yeah.
No, the moon. You're going right.
It goes for the moon. Everything's going well.
Right.
They get up there.
The monkey
It does whatever it does.
flag up there.
It reverse. It comes back. Right? So then,
You are, honestly, you are brain dead.
So it's
You're one of the most stupid people. That I would rather have the monkey drive me
listen.
home than you.
so the thing is, so it lands back.
Yeah.
It does a good job and
Fuck
everything.
you,
It gets
no.
out.
Hit
And
reverse.
this
Sick of bananas.
This is where it turns a bit sad because after it done that mission, right? Because it happened and it was all safe and everything. The next one would have been to send man.
Right.
So the monkey enjoyed it and it was like, well, I want to do it again, right? But they were
So
like,
how did they know that? How did they know?
just the way it looked and what have you. It was like,
They just looked at him. They're like, that was fun.
Just the way it looked. You are a maniac.
so the thing is though, right? So after it had done that, it was on such a high, right?
Yeah,
It could never get that high again.
Turn
There was
to
nothing.
drugs.
There was
Yeah.
nothing that it could do.
Went on tour, did it?
It sort of ended up killing itself
Oh, damn.
because it
The
could never get that buzz that it
Right,
got.
that was
R.I.P.
absolute bollocks.
him, the
None of
suicidal
that is
monkey.
True, except they sent a monkey into space, and I'll check that. Absolute drivel.
So in your mind, it committed suicide. It went on a crazy bender, drinking drugs and women, and
Like
then
it does happen. You
and then
hear
it was
about
found
it.
in
You
a
hear about
motel
it.
room.
The monkey. R.I.P. What a show.
I met Derek Akora the other week,
oh yeah.
right?
Now, who's he? Which one's he?
He's
Is he a medium? He can contact the dead. Is that right?
he just chats to him and that, passes
Sure.
messages on.
Nice of him.
So I said, "Oh, tell us something a bit weird and that." So he said, "What do you want to know?" I said, "Just something weird." So he goes, "All right then." He said, "Here's one for you, right?" And he said, "There's this pub out in the country, and he said there's this mug. Do you know those old mugs that they have, where they used to like leave their own cup knocking
Like a
about, didn't they?
Oh yeah.
Tankard thing."
Yeah.
So there was one of them mugs in there, right? And everybody
Tankard. Let's use tankard if we've
all right,
established that's the word.
tankard, yeah.
Because you're the only mug in this story.
Right.
You believe in it all.
High five. Great.
So this tankard's knocking about, right? And everyone who's running the pub keeps going, "Oh, I wish they'd stop leaving this tankard about," right? And they pick it up.
It must be a pain. Having a tiny, small tankard in a pub. That must be a real grind.
Yeah.
So they sort of picked it up and went, "We'll have to wash that," and they popped it on a different sideboard. Next thing you know, that person who's touched it died, right?
Sure.
Oh, wow.
So,
Wow.
They must have been getting through bar staff.
so they
just
kept getting
touched.
new staff and that. And they were like, "Oh, what's the connection here?" Right?
Just touch the cup
They get a vicar
instantly.
in,
Of course they do.
and they go, "Look, there's a lot of weird stuff going on here. This tankard, every time someone touches it, they die." So he said, "Leave it with me." He gets his special water out and what have you.
Uh-huh.
He comes round, does a little prayer, sprinkles it. He goes, "Right, not a problem, don't worry about it." He picks it up, chucks it in the bin. Guess what?
What?
Dies in a crash on the way home. Because he picked it up.
Well, but Carl, you're telling me this like it's fact,
Yeah.
and I'm meant to go
Like,
back to
that's
the
one thing you gotta give him.
He told me.
He is saying that so dead serious. Like, yeah, this guy just picked up the death cup, put it in the trash. He sprayed his holy water on there. you know, same old normal shit. You know how it is. Out in the bars of the UK, we have deadly cups that kill you. And y'all say us Americans are crazy, right? Yeah.
Carl, I have no opinion of that story, other than I'm pretty sure there was absolutely no connection between touching the tankard and him dying. That's all I'm sure of.
It's not just him, though, is it?
I'm not going to even contest the chain of events. All I'm saying is there is no connection. There is no connection possible because I believe in logic and the laws of the universe.
Yeah, but what I mean, you pick up a vibe of. I've got a mate, right, who is living in this big stately home. Right, and he's living in there now. He pays £100 a month. There's about 80 rooms.
£100. I'm guessing £100 is roughly $100, right? I mean, probably a little bit off, but I'm gonna assume £100, right about $100, give or take a couple. But an 80 room home is yo. I might have to move to the UK, y'all. He probably just has like one room in it, though, realistically. Well, this isn't a real story, but still.
House, what have you. And I went down there. He said, "Oh, come down and have a look," right? And from outside, you go, "Oh, this is brilliant. It's like something out of, you know, like the Man of Born or something." You go, "This is impressive." But then when you get in, it's like it's a wreck, and we go in, and all the floors are like a wreck and rotten and stuff. And I looked at the wall, and there was like a little piece of paper stuck on the wall, right? And I said, "What's this here?" So I wandered over, right? Got right up close to it, and somebody wrote it.
Okay, they wrote it. Yep, that's a word. What they wrote? What?
Right, go on.
So,
sorry.
there's a little sign there, right? And I go up to it, and it says "flies" right, with an arrow. Flies this way, right? I think that's a bit weird.
Okay, let's go to the flies.
Arrow,
Let's go.
Right, which goes to this corner where there's a shelf.
There's a corner.
About 3,000 dead flies on it.
Oh my god.
A condom stuck on the top. That's weird, isn't it?
That is weird.
Yo,
that is weird. So I'm
what
looking
is
at
this
that,
guy's
and
imagination?
There's loads of stuff on the floor and that bits of paper. Picked up this bit of paper, right? And it had, like in biro and that, it looked really old, like it'd been there years. And it had something like, "Need nappies, dummy," right? Blankets, all this, like all stuff.
At least they got the dummy.
And I turned it over, right, and it said, "None of this now needed. Baby dead."
Right.
Now that's weird, isn't it? Now that's what I'm talking about when you get a bad vibe. You go, that's who's been in here.
It's a bad vibe. It's just based on the fact that
Your mate's in charge.
that's terrifying.
Yeah, your friend killed a kid.
I mean, so it's like saying, are we scared of the dark? Yes, I understand why people are scared of the dark. I'm a little bit scared of the dark. You're walking along.
Because you don't know what's in it.
Yeah, you don't know what's in the darkness. That's why people get nervous. It doesn't mean you have to make the leap then that you've got some paranormal sense. Oh my God, I'm Carl Pilkington, and hang on. Just like Derek Cora, I have sensed something strange and evil in this room. Wait a minute, there's some flies in a condom. I was right all along. That is weird. Flies in a dolly equals badness.
The flies in the condom was weird.
It's
now.
weird,
That is
isn't it?
weird.
I just think of his face when he saw that, reading it by torchlight. You must have been terrified.
It's a bit odd, isn't it?
It's just a bit odd. Wow, that was amazing. Fucking great. Okay, this was really fun. I gotta be honest. This was really fun. Let me know. Hey, if this video does well, if you guys want me to do more of these, let me know. Give me a fat ass like, comment, subscribe, ring the bell, click all. This was great. Seriously, if you made it to the end, comment seashell. Bye.